Greetings, Pod fans! It is day 4 of Pod Video. Pod videos himself every day in April. A couple of days ago, I posted 2 pictures. This one from 17 years ago that says, "It's you." And this one from my most recent powerlifting competition that says, "Despite everything, it's still you." If you are unaware, those 2 text boxes come from a video game called Undertale. At the start of the game, if you interact with a mirror, it tells you, "It's you." And later on, after you've gone through this huge adventure with a bunch of different things and a lot has happened, you can interact with the same mirror and it says, "Despite everything, it's still you." And I want to talk about that today because the picture from 17 years ago, I was 17. So that was half my life ago. And just, I don't know, with all of the change that's happened, all of the mental, the physical change that's happened, despite everything, I think that guy would be proud of who I am. 2 weeks ago I was at KaizokuCon, which is an annual convention that happens in Cork, and I was asked to play Dungeons & Dragons on stage with some friends. The other 2 players were my 2 old friends, Emmett and Evan. We were DM'd by the wonderful tall nerd Apollo, and kind of puppeting the whole thing was Penguin. This is the part where I would be overlaying photos and videos of said, event. But as the worst content creator in existence, I don't have anything like that. So just my voice and my face. Basically, the 3 of us were playing normal D&D, but for each of the attributes, which is strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, instead of rolling a dice, we could do a challenge that related to one of them. And these challenges pit us against the audience in a number of different ways. For example, who could jump the highest, which was dex. There was general knowledge, which was wisdom. Specific knowledge, which was intelligence. Holding your breath the longest, which was constitution. And the strength one, which I'm pretty sure that they brought me in only to do this. I think that was the entire thought process of me being there, was me doing the strength challenge. The reason that I think that 17-year-old me would be proud of me or happy with where I've ended up is because I imagined if that guy from the picture was in the audience for this and he saw this nerdy guy, clearly nerdy guy, playing Dungeons & Dragons and making terrible jokes for an hour, and then, at the end, just slowly unbuttoning his button-down shirt to reveal a Space Jam tank top, and then blast out 50 push-ups, which beat the combined total of the 2 audience members they brought up by 13, which, doing that allowed him to cut off both heads of the boss and then bisect it, thus ending the entire thing. That he would walk out of there pumped out of his mind, ready to go home and start doing push-ups every day because he would finally know what it is he wants it to be in the future. I don't think that anyone there walked out of there super inspired and wanted to, be me when they grow up. However, I know what I was like at 17. And in my mind, there was the nerdy guys like me, and there was the guys with muscles, and the Venn diagram was 2 separate circles. So if he had seen me being a goofball, loser, nerd who has muscles and can do all these push-ups, I think it would have shattered his reality and just kind of made it I know what I want to be in the future. And even past the nerdy and the aesthetic-y, physical aspects, I think 17-year-old me would be amazed by the idea of someone going up on stage, playing a character for an hour and, jumping into that without knowing much about, the character or even the setting or anything. Just going into it and going, hell yeah, here we go. And even though there are parts of me that I'm not very happy with and I'm working on to change, it was really motivating and really nice to get the reminder that, I've grown up to be who I wanted to be. It was nice. Also, at the start of the game, we were asked to describe our characters because we were villains. We were villains of the D&D universe who were disguising themselves as heroes to do a thing. And my description was that I was an elf ranger, very stereotypical with a bow and the whole lot. My second name was Fish. My first name was Ellie. So I was Elvish, and I was Ellie Fish. This, of course, got many groans and the exact reaction I was hoping for, which was made a lot better when I revealed my notebook. I planned 10 of those. That was the only thing that I really prepped other than wearing a tank top and bringing my dice. And when they asked why, I don't know. I knew that we were going to be villains, and what if I had to do a quick change and needed another pun? I didn't get around to revealing any more than the Ellie Fish one, so I'm going to run through them now so that they don't go to waste. Yay. So, we had the human fighter, second name Mansley, first name Hugh Mansley. We had the Dragonborn, second name Bjorn, first name Dargan, so that is the Dragonborn Dargan Bjorn. There was Tyler Fling, but he goes by Ty, so that was Ty Fling, the Tiefling. There was Gerald Nassi, but everyone calls him G, so that's Genasi, the Genasi. Tabias Axi, the Tabaxi. Tabias Axi. There was Gnome, the Gnome, except it's spelled N-O-M-E. Then there was a guy named Rin, and he was an elder from his village, so that's Elder Rin, the Eldarin. This one, I wrote it down and came back to the list a little bit later, and I couldn't remember what it was and had to figure it out. So that is Joel, second name Iath. Joeliath the Goliath. And finally, Kenneth Koo. Ken Koo the Kenku. And that's all for today. I will talk to you tomorrow. Slán.